Hello family, friends, and faculty. If you don't know by now, here at the Hall we have 5 goals. The goal that best resonates with me is Goal 5, the goal of wise freedom. Throughout all my experiences and accomplishments at Stewart Hall, I feel that I've exhibited wise freedom the best through a sport, and that sport is cross country. Although I was first roped into joining cross country by my friend Mars Pasace and the reward of going to Disneyland, I later learned that there are many lessons and values that come along with it. When running a race, you constantly want to give up and just say that enough is enough, but with the help of my coaches and friends, I've learned valuable methods that encourage me to keep going. Without the sport of cross country, I never would have been exposed to these profound life lessons. Mr. Buckley taught me to ignore that little voice in my head, telling me that I can't, and to instead focus on all the reasons why I can. However, the most important idea that Mr. Buckley taught me is to not do it for myself, but to focus on doing it for others, because I have a gift that not everyone has, and it'd be a shame to waste it. I began thinking about the idea of opportunity and privilege when we studied reading in last year's Theology 3 course with Mr. Campos. We studied the philosopher Peggy McIntosh and learned about her concept of unpacking the invisible knapsack of white privilege. Peggy analyzed that because she's white and comes from a favored background, that she has inherent privilege that others are deprived of. For example, Peggy writes, "I can be pretty sure that my neighbors in such a location will be neutral or pleasant to me, which unfortunately isn't the case for everyone." Although Peggy only focuses on race, her point can be applied to capability and opportunity as well. This led me to understand that I'm at an advantage. I don't have any medical maladies or significant setbacks whatsoever. Therefore, the only thing stopping me from performing to my fullest potential is me. Even when the times get tough and all I want to do is give up, I know I must keep going because I owe it to those that are incapable of doing such things. To not try my best would be to sacrifice the gift. Not only would giving a minimal effort be a disappointment to myself and others, but it can also be considered immoral. According to William Byron's 10 building blocks of Catholic social teaching, the 4th building block, or principle of participation, states that we believe people have a right and a duty to participate in society, seeking together the common good and well-being of all, especially the poor and vulnerable. With Byron's 4th building block in mind, it's become clear to me that I'm actually obligated to give my best effort at all times, for the sake of participation and for those who can't. But because remaining resilient is a lot easier said than done, I want to talk about one last concept to put into perspective. We studied the theologian Robert McAfee Brown in this year's Justice class, who introduced the idea of kairos. He writes, "Kairos points to another kind of time, a special time, a time of decision, a time when things may hang in the balance, and what we do or don't do will have far-reaching consequences." This very idea of kairos directly relates to the feeling I get at the end of a race. It's a time where the finish line is so close, but seems so far. In this exact moment, it's up to me to either endure the pain in hopes of achieving greatness, or to ease up and let that split moment of profound opportunity slip away. At this time, I'm forced to make a decision that will have far-reaching consequences beyond my personal wants and needs. The concept of kairos is another method that motivates me to keep going and to give my full effort for the common good of the team. Now you're probably wondering how wise freedom ties in all this. Just as the lessons, ideas, and methods that motivate me to stay focused and give it my all, so does wise freedom. During cross-country season, I was the only one from my core group of friends to stick with the sport for all 4 years. Sure, I could have spent my time elsewhere, doing who knows what, but I made the wise, independent decision to stick with it in hopes of becoming the best version of myself possible. As time went on and the team went through its ups and downs, a deep-rooted brotherhood was formed amongst my teammates and I. We each practiced, suffered, and competed all for the same reason. Of course we wanted to win, but in the end of the day, we were really doing it for each other. Cross country is a sport which only a select group of individuals are brave enough to take on, and through this shared bravery and willingness to step far outside of our comfort zones, each and every one of us made significant strides in our personal growth. You see, what many people don't know is that cross country isn't just a sport, it's a metaphor for life. The many challenges and feelings of discomfort that life has to throw at me are all present in cross country. The discomfort comes from things such as sickening work ethic, uncanny persistence, and the ability to lead your body through seemingly insurmountable pain. It's qualities like these that build character and help to mold me into the person I wish to be for the rest of my life. And for this life-changing experience, I owe it all to my friends and coaches that helped to lead me down the right path. Although at first glance, my teammates and I looked like nothing more than a band of misfits, underneath the surface, we were actually family. A family that's been bound together by countless hours of hard work, an incredible amount of pain, and the many goals that we strive to accomplish. I realized my team was more like a family my sophomore year, when my actual family and I suffered from a house fire, and the team was more than helpful. Things were rather difficult for me at that time, and although I didn't think I would recover from such a traumatic experience, everyone offered their shoulder for me to lean on, and I also used running as an outlet, which helped tremendously. If I'm going to remember anything from cross country, or from my 4 years at Stewart Hall for that matter, it's the invaluable lessons that Coach Buckley and Coach Helms taught me, which helped me to cope with pain, step outside of my comfort zone, and achieve my goals. But above all, I will never forget that amongst a few boys that started out as nothing more than antsy freshmen, I found a family of brothers. Thank you for listening, and go Knights!